Good morning from AfricaCom 2023. I'm here together with Peterhans, CEO of Axiros. Good morning, Kurt.
Hi, good day.
AfricaCom 2023, what are you showcasing here from Axiros side? What are the news? What are the innovations?
The Axiros claim to fame is what we call open device management for the telecommunications industry. Means our target customers we address here are all the operators, the telcos, the service providers in this region, Sub-Sahara in Africa.
Okay, thank you. So what's your view on the new broadband forum standard USP?
Good question. So USP is user services platform is the successor of TR069, so-called TR369. And we as Axiros, we have been heavily engaged in specifications of this standard together with the Broadband Forum back in the very early times since 2004. And nowadays, we have with us an entire demo of the USP protocol and what it can do good for all the operators and telcos here when it comes to real-time data and all these kind of things. And on the other side, it's also a little bit AI what we are showing. So user services protocol with TR69 backed by AI.
Okay, thank you. So what use cases do you see for USP within your product offering?
Good question. So the world of device management for telecommunications is changing, of course, with all these new requirements. I see three use cases mainly. Number one is heavy data capturing plus analytics. This is really most important. Use case number two, what our customers are asking us for are solutions for field engineers, for support, everything around self-service portals, field engineer apps. And number three, what we really need to address and what we are also showing here is how we can process real-time data. Real-time data from the field, from millions of devices, how we can manage and process all this traffic.
All right. So you mentioned earlier that AI also plays a crucial role in your product offering. So how can AI help you in order to cater this vast amount of data, for example?
It's in the nature of things that to run proper AI and to use AI-backed systems, a lot of information from all kinds of sources is needed. And for this, how it can help is imagine a support engineer, just as an example, who gets all this information from the field in real time, and this is backed by AI. So AI can show him the patterns and can lead him to the root cause so that he can very fast and efficient solve the problem.
So it's actually a time saver as well in the field.
It is not only a time saver on the one side, it is on the other side really very early, at a very early moment in time to detect all the anomalies and the problems which are around and which can potentially come up very soon.
All right, thank you. So with Axiros, you have a vast experience in this field. I mean, that's your nature, that's your business. What would you say, how well are your offerings received in the market, especially when we look at the African market?
To be sure, to be quite open, is actually we do have a little backlog in providing all the RFX to this topic and providing all the POCs to this topic, because we see an enormous increase of the demands from the telcos when it comes especially to these topics like real-time traffic and all this support stuff.
All right, thank you. So when you look at the African market and your product offering, what would you say is your core business today or the core problem you solve in the market?
The core problem is the same like 20 years ago. So the core problem is the telcos, the service providers, the operators, they have thousands, millions of devices out in the field. And they need to get a grip on these devices. The devices are from all kind of various vendors, and they need to bring all these devices into one managed set. This is what we call open device management. And it's not just about provisioning these devices, service provisioning, and do all this stuff, writing to all these millions of devices. It is to bring back the information from the field, from millions of devices in near real time, to read it out for monitoring, but much more important for the next decade is analytics. Analytics. Just when you imagine the nature of, for example, Wi-Fi traffic, this needs to be constantly under management and monitored to find out the solution.
All right. So when we talk about analytics, what would you say are the most important points where your solution comes in to make it easier and at the end of the day also more efficient for the telco operator?
I think the core issue when it comes to analytics is that you have a grip on all the data. And just recently we opened our data lake where we have all this information from the field already in to other sources. To sources from CRM, for example, incidents which are nailed down in the CRM or in field engineer apps. And we bring all this information together in a data lake. And now, with all this information, you can really search for patterns, for rules, for whatever is the root cause behind, and you can grip this out. And this is what makes AI in the field of device management so important. And this is perfectly addressed, this kind of use cases, as I said in the beginning, with USP TR369, because this enables us to really fulfill all these use cases now.
So could we say that your data lake plays the role of a kind of a library or benchmarking of issues or problems?
Correct. We bring all this information together in one lake, and then you can train the data models, the system, you can build up the rules, you can really search for these anomalies and all this stuff, and do this in the background.
And that's something you continuously feed.
Correct. It's real-time data, it comes in, it's the capability to manage all this heavy data traffic.
So you would say, if you look at the African market, especially from an outlook perspective, would you say that efficiency, time saving, implementing AI are the way to go in order to even be able to cater the immense growth the market has from a data perspective and device perspective?
Of course. It's all about automation and to make all these processes more efficient and faster.
All right, perfect. It was very interesting. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That was Tech Africa News from AfricaCom 2023. You can find more on techafricanews.com. Reports, video interviews. See you there.